18, the age where the world tells you, you're an adult now. But what does that really mean? Is it just a number? Or is it the moment life stops holding your hand and starts testing your strength? At 18, you stand at the edge of a cliff. Behind you is everything you've ever known: comfort, safety, the familiar. But in front of you, a vast, uncharted ocean. And the question is, will you dive in, or will you stand there, paralyzed by fear? Today we're going to talk about the things you must do at 18 to set yourself up for success. Not the kind of success that's measured by money or fame, but the kind that fills your soul, that makes you look back at your life one day and say, I lived with no regrets. This isn't just advice. This is a wake-up call, a call to action, a call to fight for the life you deserve. Let's start with something painful, something real. At 18, you have something that most people spend their entire lives trying to get back: time. But here's the truth. Time is a double-edged sword. It can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Every day you waste, every opportunity you ignore, every dream you push aside, it adds up. And one day you'll wake up and the weight of all those wasted moments will crush you. Imagine this. You're 40 years old. You're sitting in a job you hate, surrounded by people who don't understand you. You look back at your life, and all you see are missed chances. The dreams you had at 18, they're buried under a mountain of excuses. I was too young. I didn't know how. I was scared. And now, it's too late. The fire inside you has dimmed, and all that's left is regret. Is that the life you want? Is that the story you want to tell? Don't let that be you. Don't let your fear of failure stop you from trying. Because the pain of regret is far worse than the pain of failure. At least when you fail, you learn, you grow. But when you do nothing, you stay stuck. Forever. At 18, you're still figuring out who you are. And that's okay. But here's the thing. You have to actively search for yourself. You have to dig deep, ask the hard questions, and face the uncomfortable truths. What do you love? What are you passionate about? What makes your heart race and your soul come alive? These are not easy questions, but they are necessary. Spend time alone. Not just scrolling through your phone or binge-watching shows, but truly alone. Sit with your thoughts. Journal. Meditate. Go for long walks. Listen to the voice inside you that's been drowned out by the noise of the world. That voice, it knows who you are. It knows what you're capable of. But you have to be brave enough to listen. And when you find that thing that sets your soul on fire, chase it. Don't let anyone tell you it's not practical or that you're not good enough. Because here's the truth. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs you, your unique gifts, your unique perspective, your unique light. So don't dim yourself to fit in. Shine so brightly that the world has no choice but to see you. Success isn't built in a day. It's built in the small, consistent actions you take every single day. At 18, you have the chance to build habits that will shape your future. But here's the hard truth. Building habits is painful. It requires discipline, sacrifice, and a willingness to delay gratification. Think about it. Every time you choose to scroll through social media instead of reading a book, every time you hit snooze instead of going to the gym, every time you procrastinate instead of working on your goals, you're not just wasting time. You're building a habit of laziness. And habits once formed are hard to break. But here's the good news. You can choose differently. You can choose to build habits that will lift you up instead of drag you down. Start small. Read 10 pages a day. Exercise for 20 minutes. Save a little money every week. These small actions, done consistently, will compound over time. And one day, you'll look back and realize that those small choices were the building blocks of your success. At 18, you might think that success is a solo journey, but it's not. The people you surround yourself with will have a huge impact on your life. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. And don't forget to give back. Be the kind of friend, the kind of person who lifts others up. Because success isn't just about what you achieve. It's about the lives you touch along the way. It's about the legacy you leave behind. Finally, at 18, you have to learn to take risks. Not reckless risks, but calculated ones. The kind of risks that scare you, but excite you at the same time. Because here's the truth. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Every successful person has failed countless times, but they didn't let failure define them. They used it as a stepping stone to something greater. So take that risk. Start that business. Apply for that dream job. Travel to that new place. Because the only thing worse than failing is never trying at all. At 18, you have the world at your fingertips. But it's up to you to reach out and grab it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for someone to give you permission. The time is now. The power is in your hands. So go out there and build the life you've always dreamed of. Not because it's easy, but because you're worth it. Your future is not written in the stars. It's written in the choices you make, the habits you build, and the courage you find within yourself. So, take that first step. Embrace the uncertainty. And know that no matter what happens, you have the power to create a life that is uniquely, beautifully yours.